Our Story Productions presents Martin County on TV, spotlighting the organizations, businesses, and citizens who are making a difference in our community today. And with interviews and stories done by local television shows over the last 25 years, here you're sure to learn more about the county we call home. Get ready, for this is Martin County on TV. This is Jeff Rouse here, executive producer of Our Story Productions. As I've shared with you before, we hope you've been enjoying our latest adventure, Martin County on TV. We're excited to share, in addition to our interviews of businesses and organizations, we'll be adding some new segments that cover subjects that include upcoming events, health, and even some commentary. However, as everyone knows, COVID-19 is still with us. Therefore, we have decided to postpone new production for the next few weeks. We will continue to share flashback segments from television shows produced in our community over the last 25 years, not to exclude some of the more whimsical segments we at Our Story Productions have produced in years gone by. Now it's time for
Martin County on TV Flashback.
Hi, I'm Tom Dodge. Welcome to Our Story, Where's That Business?, where we quiz business members with photographs of various businesses around town. The winner receives gifts from Starbucks, and we also have photography courtesy of Pearson Photographic. Now, meet our panel of contestants.
I'm Alice Nowicki, Anchor Uniform.
I'm Marcia Finley.
I'm Bonnie Vetter from Fleet and Farm Supply.
Welcome, contestants. The way the game works is the first person who can ring the bell and tell us which business is portrayed in the photograph wins the prize. We have several prizes. These are traveling prizes, and we will have a traveling trophy as well that you are going to be able to display in your home office and in your home. And if you win, you return next week with the traveling trophy, and we move it on. We move it on to next week's winner. So that's how it works. You will have 6 seconds now to look at the photograph and make your decision.
Okay.
Anderson's.
Anderson Clothing, yes!
Yay!
And Marcia is our winner!
Yeah, good job, good job.
That's one for Marcia. Okay. And our second photograph.
Hy-Vee.
Hy-Vee! Marcia again.
You shop a lot?
Marcia's got 2. Okay, ladies, come on. Let's buckle down and think about it. Next photo.
Hawkins.
Hawkins Chevrolet. Yes, you've got it. And our next photo.
It looks like the Pizza Ranch.
Oh.
Edie's.
Oh.
I don't know. I haven't been there. I need to get out more.
Thin crust.
Jake's
crust.
Pizza.
They changed the picture.
Okay. Marcia and Bonnie are tied at 2 here.
All right.
And here we go. Oh, come on now, Alice. Alice,
Okay.
this is your moment. Here we go. Oh,
I know, KFC.
there you go.
Nice shot.
All right.
That was a good one.
Yes.
Okay.
Dance appliance.
Dance appliance, and everybody's tied at 2.
Tiebreaker.
Here we go.
Triangle Car Wash.
No, it's the Royal Car Wash, the new one.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
new one, Royal Car Wash, and Alice comes ahead by one.
Uh-oh. DQ. Dairy Queen.
Dairy Freeze.
No, Dairy Freeze.
And I believe Bonnie got that first. Okay.
How come I always guess the one that
So we
leads
have
you to
Alice
that
with 3. We have Marcia with 2 and Bonnie with 3. So we have to do a tiebreaker here.
The library.
one. Nice job.
Well, our time's up, and we do have a winner, Alice. No, Wiki, yes! And we are going to give you the trophy and the presents, and you are going to come back next week for more of our story. Where's that business? Alice! Yes, congratulations! Oh, beautiful. And our runners up. Oh, wonderful. And yes. There you go. From Starbucks.
She took mine.
Martin County on TV Flashback.
Tonight we're here with Tom Fiske, the former pastor of St. Martin's Episcopal Church here in Fairmont, Minnesota. Tom is heading to Gillette, Wyoming, and he has been willing to share with us this evening, take a time away from his packing to share a little time with us. Tom, what would you miss most about Fairmont and your congregation at St. Martin's?
At St. Martin's, I will miss the people the most. I grew very, very fond of all the families and all the people there at St. Martin's Episcopal Church in the 5 years that I was there. And I've made very, very close friends there at St. Martin's. And so I will miss them. I will miss their giving spirit and their spirit themselves. In the town of Fairmont, I think I'll miss the friends that I've made here. Fairmont has been just a very fun place to live for the last 5 years.
Good answer. I liked what you also told me on the phone about the inclusion that you noticed in St. Martin's.
Yes, St. Martin's Episcopal Church has been reaching out to those people who have been disenfranchised from the mainstream society for whatever reasons. And the Episcopal Church has too, since its foundations in this world, in the New World. The community of St. Martin's reaches out to those who are in need, who don't have any other place to turn for perhaps aid and getting back up on their feet and getting into the society. So. And those people who feel disenfranchised from religion for whatever reasons, maybe their lifestyles or whatnot. There's a large group of people that feel disenfranchised because of the language barrier, and St. Martin's Episcopal Church has tried to reach out to those people also.
Excellent, excellent. That also makes such a contribution to our community to do that. So, what kind of challenges are you looking forward to in Gillette?
In Gillette, Holy Trinity Episcopal Church is going to be building a new church, and I have never done that before, so that's going to be quite an experience. I'm looking very forward to that, to helping that community build a new church. I'm going to be looking forward also to living back out in the West. I'm a Western boy born and raised in the mountains, and so I will look forward to trout fishing and deer hunting. And,
ooh, nice.
Yes, and
you tie your own flies?
I tie my own flies. Yes, yes. Sometimes I have my sons do it, but
oh, all right. It's good for them. That's good. So, how did you get into the dulcimer?
I got into the dulcimer because I found it difficult to play the guitar. I broke my fingers working with a horse many years ago, and arthritis has set in. And I love music and found it more difficult to play my guitar. And I saw this dulcimer at a flea market in Austin, and it was on sale for $1, and I talked the guy down to 50 cents.
Oh, right. That's
And I got a book entitled Dulcimer for Idiots and took off. So,
the rest is history.
That's right.
I hear you play the Amazing Grace.
Yes.
Could you play that for us?
Sure.
And you said the dulcimer had Scottish
The
roots,
Sc-
so it's how perfect.
Yes, the dulcimer came to the United States with or to the New World with the Scottish settlers. This is called a mountain dulcimer, and they're found in Kentucky, in that area of Appalachia. The folk singer by the name of Gene Ritchie began to make them famous, and then perhaps you might remember Richard Farina, Mimi and Richard Farina.
I don't.
Yeah, well, they were folk singers. Mimi Farina is Joan Baez's sister.
Oh. I would have recognized that name.
And Richard Farina played the dulcimer. Pete Seeger also plays dulcimer a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So
again, very famous.
Yeah. It's a four-stringed instrument or a three-stringed instrument. It's much like the it's much like the bagpipes, in that you have a drone note. This note never changes. It's always the same one, and you play the melody off of these strings, which are the same tone. Tone.
This is Cathy Hounshell with our story, Spirited Away. Thank you for watching.
Martin County on TV, Flashback.
Welcome to our story, Designing Accents. This program is going to help the people who have odds and ends from Grandma's cupboard that was left to them to how to display them, how to use them in table place settings, or on the mantelpiece, or on the bookshelf, or the coffee table. That's what this segment is about, whether it be using punch bowls, different silverware, collections, all the collections you might have in the table place setting. And then hopefully you will be tuning in to get all these little odds and end ideas of how to use some of the stuff with our story, Designing Accents. Today we're going to put a setting here on the tea cart just to show you how you will display some of your collectibles. All these collectibles have come over many period of time, but this display will give you quite an idea of what to expect in the table play setting, because this is the piece that's going to be showing up when the people come into the dining room. This will be one of the things they'll see, and they'll see all the collectibles. The thing about this collectible is that it has a handle, and the handles are the things that put it. And you see that there's 3 odd numbers work. There is a circle here, and then this is circular too. So that's how you kind of do a setting to make it balance out. Now we will go to the table. To continue my concept of things with handles in the table play setting, I'm using all the things that I've collected over the years, like the cruets. We're having a salad, and so the cruets, I have the wine, vinegar, and the oil. And then if you have prepared, I'm using sauce boats to use prepared dressings in. So those things you can use. It could be a gravy boat, but use it as a salad dressing. Of course, we have the coffee, we have the water, and then I took 2 ewers that I have, and I use them as now to hold the flower arrangement. Also, each person is given their own individual wine carafe. And that limits them to at least 2 drinks at the table. So, and this is called a nappy, and this can be used with anything that you want as far as putting pickles in or anything, but it has the neat little handle on it. So when you start looking around for collecting things, especially things with handles, they really come in handy for this. Thank you for tuning in. Next time we'll have a whole nother tablescape or concept for designing accents, our story.
Martin County on TV Flashback.
Hi, I'm Bill Busse for Our Story, This Song's for You. Music makes memories. Music is the soundtrack of our lives. In each of these segments, we will be featuring performers who travel southern Minnesota, presenting their music to the people. Also, we'll be presenting performers who call southern Minnesota their home. Today, our guests are 2 southern Minnesota natives, Brad Greenwald and Jay Engquist. Brad Greenwald calls Minneapolis-St. Paul his home, and Jay calls New York his home. Recently, these former Fairmont men came to Fairmont to present an evening of cabaret, and today you will see highlights of that concert.
Don Quixote drinks to celebrate joy and to celebrate his love. It's reason enough for me.
Now that we've enjoyed Brad's performance, let's give a listen to Jay Engquist. I'm Bill Busse. Join us next time on Our Story, This Song's for You.
Martin County on TV Flashback.
Hi then and hello again. This is your New View host, Dave Smith here. And you know, I'm pretty sure that I'm not the only person that's frustrated by the lack of common courtesy shown by people today. I mean, whether they're young or old, it doesn't seem to matter. People tend to forget that kindness and decorum have not gone out of style and make everybody's life a little bit easier today. So I don't know whether it's because they're not learn their manners or whether they're just centered on themselves, but whatever the case is, I think it's time for a new view about common courtesy. Restoring the lost practice of common courtesy can be as simple as using the two magic words, please or thank you. For example, if you walked up to somebody and you just said, drop dead, you're just going to tick people off and make it a pretty unenjoyable situation. But just adding one word, please, for example, to that situation, you could say something like, please refrain from breathing. And everybody's going to go away a whole lot more happier and a whole lot more satisfied with the situation. And what about thank you? You know, how about saying thank you when somebody holds the door open for you? Or what about saying thank you to the person who gives you change at the grocery store? Or what about waving a thank you to the driver who lets you into busy traffic? All of those things can go miles towards creating a common courtesy that'll make everyone a little bit better with their day and a little bit happier in life. Now, there's something else about common courtesy, and I want to go here really quickly. Get your face off the cell phone when you're talking to people. You know what? Wait and make the conversation, or finish your call first before you start talking to people. And hang those things up. Shut them off when you go into a place like a concert or a meeting or something like that. Nobody thinks you're cool or busy. They think that you're rude and annoying, like Michael Moore. Another thing to watch for is stopping in the middle of the aisle at the grocery store to talk to your friends. Come on. Get out of the way, move it over. That's not the place to have your daily discussion. And don't stand in the doorway either, holding up everybody that wants to get in out of the heat or the cold while you make up your mind why you even came out, or whether you're just trying to repress the Clinton years. It doesn't matter. You have to think about other people. Now, we don't have much time left, so I want to say this. It only takes about as much breath as it takes Al Gore to emit a bunch of dangerous greenhouse gases from his mouth to say something nice and kind and to think about other people. As a matter of fact, the best way to get into courteous behavior, common courtesy, is to think about other people. Consider other people. That's where considerate comes from. So I'm going to be considerate right now, and I'm going to let you go. But not before I say one more thing. Thanks for watching A New View.
Martin County on TV Flashback.
Hi, I'm Professor J. Von Tron. Welcome to our story, Moments in Time. Join me as I travel back in time in the Our Story time machine. I have no idea how far we will go, only that time machine stops to observe events that will become part of our story. I've made a few adjustments, so if the wind factor's on my side, everything should be smooth sailing. Oh no, not again. Here I go again. Wow, what a crowd. What's going on here? Excuse me, sir. Could you help me? You look like somebody I saw last week.
No, it was probably my cousin. This is a funny looking car.
Yeah, I don't know if I like it yet. I don't know, the seats are not really matching. Anyway, what's going on?
Well, it's the 11th annual National Cornhusking Contest. In 1924, they started out, all they had was Iowa, Illinois, Nebraska, and now they've expanded to 8 states here in 1934.
Well, at least I got the year right.
What's that, ma'am? The year right?
Well, there's people and cars everywhere.
Aw, shucks, that ain't nothing. They've been coming since 4 a.m. They've had to turn Highway 16 into one-way traffic. They've got about 800 policemen and 250 National Guardsmen here.
You don't say. How many people are here?
Well, they say between 50,000 and 100,000. I'm guessing closer to 75,000. The vendors here keep on running out of food and they have to run in town to replenish their stocks. They just can't keep up.
This sounds like a big event.
Big event? You aren't kidding. The Wallace Farmers sponsored this for young farmers to show off their athletic ability in corn husking.
Are you going to compete?
No, I'm here to cover it for the radio station. Ted Balco, though, the Minnesota boy, we're all rooting for him. He's the 4-time Minnesota champion and 3-time national place winner. I think he's going to pull it off this year.
I think so, too. Do you hear that? What's all that cheering?
Oh, it seems like the competition's starting. Hold on, ma'am. I got to get this on our national audience.
Seems like there's a lot of cheering going on.
I'll be right back.
1934. Fairmont National Corn Husking Championship. Very interesting entertainment. Watching young farmers husk corn.
Here we are at the 11th Annual National Corn Husking Contest, the Battle of the Bang Boards, held a mile and a half east of Fairmont, Minnesota. Our sponsors for the event are the Farm and Farm Stock and Home of St. Paul, Minnesota. 18 young farmers, winners of the respective state contests, will take part today. The winners and their runner-ups from 9 Midwest regional contests are competing. With nearly 80,000 people and 20,000 cars at this event, this crowd is larger than any crowd seeing a World Series baseball game. The crowd seems to be well-mannered, dressed for the special occasion. The crowds have swelled since the first corn husking contest in 1922, when only 11 people were in attendance. Dubbed the greatest of all rural athletic events, the corn husking contests were a dream of Henry Wallace, the current Secretary of Agriculture. Thousands arrived before 8 a.m. and have spent the morning visiting the various tents, booths, and displays on the grounds. State police made the highways one-way, diverting other traffic. Traffic going to the event was backed up for 20 miles. The parade of officials, contestants, and wagons drawn by tractors, most of which had rubber tires, has started with bands leading the way. The crowd swarms in, anxious to see the Huskers in action, giving the Minnesota National Guardsmen a real challenge. The wagons move into place, the Huskers eager to start as the crowd presses to watch their favorite compete. It looks like the contest is over. The Huskers go to dinner while the contest officials weigh their harvest. The official must now inspect the husked corn for excessive husks left and for gleanings. The amount of corn left in the field for which the contestant can be penalized. The winner, Minnesota's own Ted Balco from Redwood Falls, receives his winnings $100 from Barry Akers, managing editor of the Farmer and Farm Stock and Home. Balco's final total after deductions was 25.78 bushels, husked in 80 minutes. Balco averaged 45 to 50 ears per minute, and at his peak time when he was coming down the home stretch, he was peaking at 55 to 66 ears per minute. He did it! Balco did it!
Corn husking seems like weird entertainment. Why do people do it?
Well, that feller Henry Wallace decided he wanted to showcase all these athletic skills that farmers had, so he decided to organize this. They paid some fella down at the Sentinel $1,500 to organize this event.
This doesn't sound like a lot of money.
A lot of money? Are you kidding me?
Oh, $1,500. I thought you said $15. Whose farm is this anyway?
This is the Ward's farm. They thought this would make a good amphitheater. You know, all the hills around here, people could stand up on that.
I thought there was an airport here.
Airport? Fairmont doesn't have an airport.
But I swear on my map... Oh, never mind.
Hey, they're giving out the winnings. You want to come with?
No, that's okay.
All right, well, I'll be seeing you.
This has been quite the day. I will go back to the lab and make a few minor adjustments. Join me next time on Our Story, Moments in Time.
Martin County on TV, Flashback.
Well, there you have it, another episode of Martin County on TV. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and we welcome you to tune in again. Thank our sponsors for making this happen, and remember, it's not just the past, but the present that tells our story.